We begin our narrative with pre-Socratic times with a fragment from Anaximander of Miletus. Back then, sapiens was whole science, and eventually, along the way, it got distorted in what today is left-brain science. As we can see from this slide, peace is a second-story concept that can only be achieved when there is plenty, a full belly, and joy, such that everybody worships according to their own true beliefs. For too long, honorable traditions have sequestered Moses, Pythagoras, and Socrates, and today we need to break free from those bonds and come up with an educational methodology of whole knowledge from the teachings of the masters of humanity, Moses from theology, Pythagoras from the occult, and Socrates from philosophy. We need to design a keychain version of a method for conveying whole science in schools if we're planning on making it in the near future. If you are an educator, you may want to know about what is the role that language plays in culture. What is involved in making the jump from learning to read to reading to learn? So you want to get involved in inquiry learning, and you want to know what part the right brain contributes, and the left brain as well, and how in all this learning process does the whole brain come into the picture. Or perhaps you are a science teacher and want to come up with a lesson plan that goes beyond what is energy. Energy is the ability to do work, memorizing like a parrot, and really understanding what is going on between the left brain, the right brain, the whole brain, and the equation of science. So you want to get started into inquiry teaching. Well, we need to start with inquiry learning. What is the relationship between whole science, the whole brain, the equation on the board? Left brain, right brain, what is going on? In what sense are they really equivalent? Or perchance you are in sociology or gender studies, or simply a person who wants to find out what is the relationship between love, sex, and gender. Or possibly you are a philosophy or humanities teacher and want to put a holistic approach in your lesson plans. In a nutshell, what is the relationship between truth, beauty, and the good? Or then again, you're interested in how the mind works, on Freud, on his theory of the ego, the superego, and the id, and you want to know how these three fit together. By now, we have all heard about the church-state separation, and we all probably endorse it. But today, for the third millennium, we have to come up with a triadic relationship between church, state, and the university in its second-story capacity or register. Then again, you teach biology, believe in evolution, all the while you are a believer. And in all sincerity, you truly want to find a way out of this false predicament of the faith-science divide. The word "et" that is normally considered not to be translated into English, the concept that the grammarians passed over in Genesis verse 1:1, actually turns out to be the very cornerstone of civilization. Or conceivably you are in religious studies or simply want to go to the root of things. What is the relationship between this method that combines Moses, Socrates, and Pythagoras, and what does dialogics have to do with it? Well, check out the last two verses, our interpretation in Dialogics 1 and Dialogics A. You get the idea by now with this short sample of topics of the same underlying theme of dialogics. But if you want to know more, please go ahead and read the book. Thank you very much.